Good morning, everybody. Hey guys, so we are doing Sleeping Ugly Day 3. I just told those students who are on Zoom with me, where you should be, that the link from your planner, if I tried to like just go into my planner and get the link, did not work. This link is not going to work because when Miss Farmer linked it, she linked the wrong activity. She linked Sleeping Ugly Day 4, and that has since been deleted because we're not there yet. That was my fault. I linked the wrong one. I'm so sorry. So now that we know that Miss Farmer is just a goofball, we can move on to learning our lesson. So this is Sleeping Ugly Day 3. We're doing a few different things. If you're like, hey, what's the instructions? Well, let's view the instructions. There's not really instructions because on each slide you're doing something different. So just make sure you're paying attention to this video and knowing what we're doing, okay? So Sleeping Ugly Day 3. Again, if you need the link to listen to the video, you click this. The video pops right up and it's the whole story of Sleeping Ugly. It is about 11 minutes long, but it's a good story. So just hit play, sit back, listen to it. It's great. You should have already done this activity on day 2 when you compared and contrast Miserella and Plain Jane. If you didn't do day 2, and I know some of you didn't, this is a freebie, this is a cheat. Do this day, and this will count as your day 2, okay? So for those of you who did do your day 2, which were literally like 3 of you, the 3 of you on Zoom right now, you don't have to do this page. Everybody else, do this page. It's very important, okay? Now that you have read and compared and contrasted Sleeping Ugly and Plain Jane, we are going, well, Sleeping Ugly, Plain Jane is Sleeping Ugly. We have the Princess Miserella and Plain Jane. We are going to write a type 3 essay. This means that you're going to be graded based on these things. All right. So we just spent all of last week, or no, not last week, the week before last, practicing our writing, right? We did the writing process day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 6 days of writing. So today we're going to put this in there. It's telling you what you need to have. You need to include 2 transition words in each paragraph. Okay, there's going to be multiple paragraphs. You need to use 2 details and evidence from the text to support your writing. So you can't just be like, they're girls. How do you know they're girls? I know they're girls because it talks about Plain Jane as a she, and it also talks about Princess Miserella as a she. Okay, that works. Making sure you back up what you're saying with proof from the text. Write a conclusion that supports your claim. This doesn't make sense to me yet, and probably doesn't make sense to you yet because we don't know what we're claiming. So we're gonna figure that out. It's going to be 4 paragraphs. A paragraph needs to be at least 4 sentences long normally. And you're going to have an introduction where you're introducing Plain Jane and Miserella and the fact that you're going to be comparing them. And then you're going to tell me about their similarities in a separate paragraph. That's paragraph 2. Talk about their similarities. In paragraph 3, we talk about how they're different. And in paragraph 4, we conclude it all back together. So this whole process will take you through it. It takes you through writing this very simply. On here, it does say at least 5 sentences. If you have 5 sentences, it will be an immaculate, a perfect, an amazing paragraph. So do your best to get there. In your introduction, begin with an attention grabber. Tell me the story title, who is in the story, the conflict, and the setting. So if I'm like starting this, I'm going to be like, well, what was the story about? Anybody remember?
Sleeping Ugly.
Sleeping Ugly. But well, that was the title. So if I was writing this, I would start off with in the story. Oops, that's Farmer Gizmo. No. Sleeping Ugly, because it says, tell me the story title. Who's in the story? Who are the characters?
Princess and Plain Jane.
Princess Miserella and Plain Jane. Princess Miserella and Plain Jane. Uh-oh. What happens?
Period.
This, I can't put a period yet because it doesn't make sense to be its own sentence. In the story Sleeping Ugly, Princess Miserella and Plain Jane. They have to do an action. What action do you want them to do? What if I compared them like and said like Princess Mizarella and Plain Jane are like fire and ice. They're totally different. Would that work? That doesn't need to be capitalized. Fire and ice. What if I said are like fire and ice? Is this a simile or a metaphor?
Metaphor.
This one's a simile because I use the word like your as.
What does fire and ice mean? Like
So fire and ice are totally opposites, right? You can't have ice and fire at the same time, right? Because one's like water, one's fire. I could say water and fire, or I could say like night and day. I'm trying to make the point that they're totally different from one another. Okay. Now, let me see.
What happened?
I'm thinking. So today is day 3 and we're writing the first paragraph. Tomorrow we are writing the next paragraph and so on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we only do page 5?
Right. Well, no, we do all of them.
Okay.
But it wants you... Miss Farmer did not make this activity, and it's telling us to like write one paragraph at a time or one sentence at a time. So like this is one sentence, this is one sentence, and it says like name the 2 people you're compare and contrast in a complete sentence. So who are the 2 people?
Plain Jane and Princess Mizarella.
Mm-hmm. So like that's a sentence, I guess. Like we're talking about Plain Jane and Princess Mizarella as the characters in the story. And then what happens in the story. And this is where you'll be like, Mizarella is not very nice. She's mean to animals. Plain Jane is a very kind person, but doesn't look very pretty. That type of thing will go here. And then here you'll say, Plain Jane and Princess Mizarella have some similarities, but are very different. Okay. I want that to be your last sentence. So I'll write that for you. And that way you guys can make sure this is your very last sentence of the paragraph.
Okay.
Right.
I had a question, then the question was like, boom, it left.
If it comes back to you, ask it.
Okay.
Plain Jane and Princess Mizarella have some similarities, but are very different. Screenshot that one so you don't forget it.
I skipped out all of it just so I can like remember.
Good. And then here it says, now you'll put all the sentences together to form paragraph 1 into a new paragraph on your very own Google Doc. Click this link.
Oh, that was my question.
So when you click this link, nope, that's not what it's going to be. Don't click that link yet. Miss Farmer needs to change the link, okay?
Okay.
So what? Nope, that's annoying. Yeah, don't click that link yet. Miss Farmer's going to fix it, okay? So I'm going to actually save this as a draft right now. And what I'm going to do for that link, and everybody watching on the Zoom as they do this, you guys will see this activity. I'm going to edit it right now. You guys can all watch me do it so that you can't tell me, Miss Farmer, it doesn't work. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, Miss Farmer. I'm opening it.
How do you do the links? That's
What?
my question.
You'll see.
How did you do the links? I know how to link a page, but I don't know how to link something.
Oh, where am I at? Come on, new Google Doc. Okay. Hey, Dawson, you're coming into like the middle of something real fast because Miss Farmer realized what we were working on was not quite right. So I just need to fix it. Link.
How do you paste a link?
I am amazing. I can do it because I'm on my computer. I'm not sure that you guys can do it. So now when you click this, this link will work. It's going to open up and it's going to say make a copy. You are going to click make a copy. If it doesn't open, it's because you're not signed into Google. Make sure you're signed into Google with your username and password on the back of your iPad. When you click make a copy, it should say copy of Sleeping Ugly at the top there. What I need you guys to do is share. You're gonna wanna share it. And if you come up here to start typing people in, if you type JF, you'll find J Farmer at Lebanon.K12, or you might find J Farmer at lebcedars.org. Either one, find me, okay? Oopsies, where'd it go? This is me. I think it might show you my picture with it too. It says J Farmer at lebcedars.org. Make sure you share it with me, okay? That way I can see your writing. I'm going to write those instructions so that you can't forget them. Does anybody have any questions right now on that?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording the lesson. That way I'll be able to post it sooner, but I'm gonna go in and make sure that I have on the original what to do so that people
Oh,
can't.
now I
I don't
know.
know what they're doing.
How do we type it? And do we need to put everything inside a sentence?
Yeah.
Separate it?
Gonna write it all in sentences. So when you come in here, it'll say paragraph 1, and then you start typing right down there. And when you type it, as you type your sentence, then you put a period, space, and then you start typing your next sentence.
2 spaces.
Yep, 2 spaces after a period. Good job.
I think we should put period, and then space, and then add paragraph 2. Just to know if you have paragraph 1 or paragraph 2.
Well, right now I'm only going to write paragraph 1 because you will be doing paragraph 2 and 3 on the following days. Okay.
Okay. So I only need paragraph 1?
Right now, yeah. So like Miss Farmer just changed that right now. You watched me. But if you go back to the thing and click that link again, all of that's going to be in there because I just shared it.
Okay.
So like it's all there so that you don't forget to make a copy and send it to me.
So everything that we wrote today in Seesaw, it had to be pasted on Google thing?
Yep. Because in Seesaw is where you're going to be working on it. And then we're going to, I'm not going to check your Google Drive right away. I'm going to see your Google Drive on Thursday when the whole thing is completely done, when you have the whole essay written, and that's when I'm going to grade it. Okay?
So everything that we wrote in Seesaw, we just had to put it in one sentence?
1 paragraph, yes. Multiple sentences, 1 paragraph.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Farmer forgot where her thing is. I'm going to stop recording, and that's